Jimmy Krupka, Arc City podcast, one of my favorites. World Cup hopeful athlete.
Yep.
You've raced a couple.
Raced a couple, 3.
But now you are coming back from injury.
Yep.
And so I wasn't actually sure. I didn't know you had this injury you're coming back from now. So if we could start, like, you've been back, you've recovered from a couple injuries now.
Yeah, this is number 2.
Okay, number 2.
Yeah.
Okay, can we go through the first and then into this one?
Yeah, so I did tib fib on my left leg 4 years ago, skiing Super G.
Okay.
That's when I was almost a World Cup Super G skier.
Uh-huh.
And then recovered from that. It took a while. My first season back from that was tough.
Yeah.
Didn't ski fast. But luckily got the support of the U.S. team for another year. Made it back. Almost got a World Cup spot in slalom. Didn't. Got cut from the U.S. team. Qualified for my first World Cups outside the U.S. team. Spent 2 years trying to do that. Got injured last February. ACL meniscus, coming back from that injury as we speak.
Last February, were you training, racing?
Just training.
Just training.
Yeah.
And just a slalom?
Slalom. Skiing pretty fast too.
Really? You had it going on?
Yeah, but that's how it goes.
Do you think you were pushing too hard, or was it just a fluke kind of?
Maybe, yeah. I kind of wonder if my knee was already a little weak, just from a couple crashes earlier in the season. I don't know, but I was also pushing it pretty hard on slightly grippy snow, and maybe I didn't need to push it that hard.
Gotcha. Yeah. I actually, when I blew my knee out, I think I blew it out the day before. Really? I was in a GS race, and I sat back through the finish line, hit one of those weird ruts, and I was walking away from the race that day. It was like, my left knee hurts. And then the next day, I hipped out in another race and went to do the stand-up quick and went. So maybe.
Maybe, yeah, maybe you partially tore it or something. Yeah.
So, okay, so your second time coming back from an injury, and now you're here at Deer Valley doing a return. Is this your first time skiing?
No, this is day 16.
Day 16?
Yeah.
Where did you ski before?
I did a couple days indoor, shout out. American Dream Big Snow.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah.
How was the snow?
It was actually solid for indoor skiing.
Really?
It was actually good for return to snow.
Okay.
Did a couple days there. Went out to Vail because my parents live in Vail now. I'm originally from Vermont.
Yeah, GMBS,
People can't
right?
forget that. And this is day 15. I got a bunch of days there. And, I've worked with Dane Spencer, who's great. Working with him and Eric Slopey today, but I'm also with my team, World Racing Academy.
Okay, what is that one?
It's based in Italy. It's just a bunch of guys like me who are either cut from the national teams or like don't have much of a national team like Japan or Australia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Good squad.
Right on. And so, like, where are you at in terms of your skiing right now?
Skiing feels really good.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to do a lot of more days of free skiing than I want to, like really spend the time to feel every little movement, think through every movement, think about my skiing, build it together like brick by brick, starting from the bottom with sliding turns in the beginning and slow stuff, and building it up now to where I'm kind of fine tuning like higher tempo arcs.
So you're pumping arcs right now?
Yeah.
Nice. That feels good.
That's part of ski racing.
Yeah, totally. And where are you at? Do you feel like is the skiing still there?
Yeah.
Did you have to kind of work into it? Did you feel shaky, or was it like, oh yeah, as long as this knee's healthy, it's there?
It's kind of like riding a bike. Yeah. It came back pretty quickly. It's funny though, like it comes back relatively quickly and you're like, oh, I'm back. And then you try to make shorter arcs and you realize that you're not quite back yet. And fine tuning those really high pressure, high tempo arcs is kind of a longer process. And hopefully now I'm actually getting better at skiing from where I was.
Well, you can come through this because you do start from the beginning, break it down, and try and build into something better, stronger, more stable.
Yeah.
Right?
Got to keep.
Are you wearing a brace?
Yeah. I don't know if it does much.
Is it the big Dawn Joy, or what do you got?
Yeah, big Dawn Joy.
Okay.
But I'm wearing it just because they say I should wear it, and
gotcha.
Trying to be good. But
gotcha.
I'll ditch it soon, I think.
Good.
Yeah.
I do think you can be more athletic without them.
Yeah, and then you don't feel like you're injured. You just feel like a normal person again.
Yeah. And the shin thing.
Yeah.
You had that.
Yeah.
There's no medical exemptions for those.
So I'm trying to figure that out.
I find it really ridiculous that they've banned them. to be quite honest.
It's really stupid.
Especially for the injured
podcast episode on it.
Yeah. Dude, the difference of power in your skiing, like all my hopes of a comeback are dashed. Just like, all right. That's what it looks like when you're in shape and you have it.
Oh, morning, Dane.
What's up, Dane? I like watching all the way to the end.
Well, you get the pulse of it.
Oh, you got to.
Yeah, you get the pulse not only of the day, but also kind of where things are at right now.
And what it takes to make it, where people are, what the common mistakes are, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, totally. You see who's got it from the back. You get a sense for what people's skills are on the different snow types.
Yeah.
You know, it's actually pretty fun that way.
All right, so we were doing 2 chairlift rides. Jimmy and I just talked about injury history, kind of got into some of the stuff, ended on talking about the shin guards, which we'll leave that for now, we'll shelf it.
Yeah.
So in Return to Snow, Dan, it's great now that you're joining us because you've been doing this a lot. Like, what is, for somebody who's watching this, who has an athlete or is an athlete that's returning, like, what's step 1 first day on snow?
I mean, so first days, protocol says go through some static positioning stuff, you know, kind of your classics. I shouldn't say static, but like one plane movement, you know, edge sets, a little bit of balance, that kind of stuff. Which I think it's good to touch on a bit, but I really like to move right into, like, you know, kind of more movement between the skis. Minimize actually how much edge setting you do.
Oh, Jimmy! Nice, dude.
So
That's actually a harsh move.
much more smearing.
It's a kink into your joint.
And truthfully, like in skiing, like, do you ever really do that? You never really go like all at once. It's like a lot of like, you know, a lot of like smear to arc, and like that movement it takes to get up onto the front of the ski, onto the ball of your foot, so you can add that rotary smear onto an arc. And you start like slow-moing high-end racing. I mean, Mikaela, classic. Like, I mean, almost every slalom turn, she has a little smear onto that arc.
Oh, yeah.
And hers is just shorter and more controlled than everyone else's.
Yeah.
Gives her that turn shape, gives her that control, doesn't make mistakes.
Yep.
I mean, you start looking, rarely does the ski get hit by the gate. You know, she's rarely like driving low. So yeah, I like to start there pretty quickly and get into it. And the other thing is, for the athletes, so few have come from that, of like, hey, we're going to start by moving on the ski without setting the edge. That's like, especially when you're on slalom skis where we start, that's pretty tough.
Not to lock the edge in.
The skis want to get on edge so badly.
Yep.
So it really gets you to move fluidly, always a little bit, through the whole turn you're making. And that, I think it's a really good place to start. It also is like obviously really low force on the legs. And then you can, you know, mid-run, at the end of each run, kind of get a sense of, hey, how's it feel?
Yeah.
So
Jimmy, day 1, did you lock in any turns?
No. Day 1 was like, because on paper the surgeons tell you day 1 is go do some squats in your ski boots and then skate for 20 yards like twice and be done.
Yeah.
Which feels stupid. So I did like 2 runs of just like slowly sliding turns just to kind of get my balance back. And then day 2 was more sliding turns. I probably did an arc turn. I mean, arc turns on the flats where you're just standing up. But like on a slightly faster pitch, I wasn't arcing turns until maybe like day 4.
Okay.
Yeah. And I decided it was probably best to just ease into it.
Yeah.
I started a little bit earlier than the surgeons wanted, so I just decided to go a little easier in the beginning.
Yeah. Now, when you're sliding a turn, there's a few different ways to slide a turn. What is your thought process in the slid turn?
I think you can make a good slid turn and a bad slid turn, and Dane will back me up on this, but like, if you have a lot of, if you're centered on the ski and you're pressing into the boot, then you have a lot of control in your sliding turn, and you're basically smearing an arc, as opposed to moving down the mountain and pivoting your ski sideways and continuing to move down the mountain.
Yeah.
You're like moving in an arc, but your whole time your tip is engaged, but it's not a full arc.
Okay, so I like that. You're following the tip if you were arcing, the tip's kind of on that path and the tails of the skis are washing out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like the tails are following your tips in an arc as opposed to just a pivot. Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Dude, nice job hitting the jump safely. Hell yeah, it's got to feel good, right?
First time in the air, yeah.
That like the knee just works right away?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. It's everything around it. It's like the calf gets tight. My adductor gets tight. Like all these muscles that haven't worked in a while get tight.
Yeah. So you're really strengthening for stability at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the extra days of free skiing makes too much sense.
I'm realizing that like I could probably free ski for 2 more months and still be figuring stuff out.
Sure.
Especially if it's like hard snow, steep free skiing.
Yeah.
Like it's amazing how we just don't do enough of it.
No.
And in the winter, like I try to do more free skiing after training runs, before training runs. But you need this type of free skiing where you're doing drills that take you way out of your comfort zone. You're thinking about concepts that are totally new. It's really good. I mean, a lot of my coaches have told me that after they finished their careers and then they started free skiing a whole bunch, they feel like they got better at skiing. And unfortunately, their careers were over already. So
I got way better at skiing when I started skiing fat skis.
Really?
Yeah. Because they're easier, slower through the transition. And I figured out I finally could balance fully in the turn on a fat ski.
Yeah.
And then like really like ski, I was trying to ski like Ted, you know, but to be able to hold my hip in and actually touch my hip to the snow never happened until I was on wider skis, softer, right? Just an easier, playful, but still sick at carving ski.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I remember as an athlete, not having the energy to free ski enough after training and stuff.
Yeah, tired.
But also like the gear. The gear doesn't want to go free skiing.
Yeah.
So if you have a ski that's like a warm-up bat, like a, you know, I don't know, the Doberman's got the, Nordica's got some wider stuff where it's still a carving ski.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's 78, you know, close to 80 underfoot. That kind of thing, you could be able to get way more turns, feel good, and still be making dynamic, and still have the same movement pattern as in a race. Maybe not as a slalom ski, because the slalom ski is so specific, but certainly as a GS turn.
Yeah, there's something to be said for a free ski.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
Because it's pretty tiring to take slalom turns all day. Like it's just not really beneficial when you're in the middle of the season, your legs are fatigued.
And you want to do something different so you don't lock your body into the same movement pattern or the same tempo.
Yeah.
Take it out, but just feel the balance.
Yeah. What's interesting is I had a pair of same model of GS skis. One was really stiff, one was a lot softer. I raced on the softer ski, but I would warm up on the stiff ski, and it required so much energy to turn and such stable technique that it was such a good warm up. It's like the donut on a baseball player's bat as warm up, and I would just go out and rip in the races. Relatively, you know.
Totally. Yeah. No, I think that having a unique ski to do the free skiing on would be awesome.
Yeah.
How much are you thinking knees, ankles? Are you thinking hip position?
Smeared turns are a really good chance to think about like everything because you're going slowly. So you can think about one thing at a time, which is best. But I can spend a couple turns thinking about squaring my hips up. I can think about my lead change, my inside foot. I can think about how high my hips are. Like there's a million things you can think about when you're going slow like that.
Yeah, I'd say, I mean, first of all, the smear, like you pull it back to the finish of the turn before, right? And it's like, you got to get that inside foot engaged first, right? It's going to be your outside ski next. So you want to get that thing bending a little bit for you. So it is a little bit of ankle and knee drive into the hill, tip the ski into the hill. Then you get yourself up on it, and then you use the knee and ankle to then turn the ski over and get that edge to bite. That's the key. That's the sequence is knee, ankle, into hip.
Sure. Yeah. Totally agree. How'd that one feel? Good. It was strong. Super strong. You look like you're really comfortable.
Yeah. For sure.
What were you thinking about right there?
Down the pitch, I was thinking about really starting to turn from beneath me. Like that new outside ski gets pulled beneath me, not letting it slide away from me at the top of the turn, but like starting to turn from like a bent knee position really underneath me and then pushing into it.
Yeah.
Because that's like the fastest slalom skiers can go so straight because their knees are really bent and they're patient and their feet are under them. So when they hit the apex, they can extend and get that extra movement.
Sure.
As opposed to having their whole body go out to a turn and come back. Their body's going down the hill and their knees are bent and pushing their legs out to the apex, you know?
Yep. Yeah, yeah. All right, hold on. We're not going to put that in.
Okay.
Keeping that secret. Okay. I want to snow plowing.
Yeah.
How much snow plowing did you do? Or any kind of wedging?
Yeah, I like wedge turns. I actually did that a lot in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Wedge turns where you, first of all, just like schmears, where you're still like, you're almost arcing, like but it's a really aggressive schmear.
Mm-hmm.
And then actually just like sideways hits, where you just like hit really hard, set the edge, and then that pushes you across the hill, set the edge across the hill.
Almost like that chop skate drill, or a little bit softer than that?
I don't know. Dane helps me with this one.
My drill, me and Yoshi,
Mm-hmm.
and I mean, I call it the crab walk.
Yeah.
It's like your hips are staying down the hill as much as possible.
Yeah.
And outside knee sets onto the rail, and the inside one actually drives. So the inside seat goes on a really low edge angle. So
Yeah.
boom, boom, and then you go boom, boom.
Yeah. Okay. So it's aggressive.
You're trying to actually, you're really focusing on your knee angulation, range, in and out,
Mm-hmm.
in and out.
Yep. Nice. Are you familiar with the wedge Christie?
Explain.
So I had never heard of the wedge Christie until ski instructing.
Yeah.
And the way you get somebody from a snowplow skier into a parallel skier is with the wedge Christie. And basically you're coming in snowplow, and at the end of the turn, you bring it parallel when it's safe and you're going across the hill.
Yeah.
And then you're back to the wedge, and then you're parallel. And then slowly you bring that parallelness higher into the turn.
Yeah.
Until you're fully parallel. Now you're, for the first time, top of the turn, both skis parallel, but you go parallel at the bottom, a little bit more parallel. So the wedge Christie was a total game changer for me.
Yeah.
And so I think when, doing the return to snow or even, Dane's drill there it's all based on the wedge Christie.
Yeah.
Or on this principle of, you come in that wedge, set it, and then you're going to be riding. And then it's a wedge set. And when you do that wedge, you flare out at the top, get the knee in the right spot, but the hips are still squared. Easier to keep the hips squared.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So like the first drill I was talking about, the kind of schmear in the wedge, is basically that. And you can start to bring in that inside foot at the bottom of the turn. And for me, the key with that drill is starting the turn in the wedge, instead of you're parallel, instead of putting your new outside ski like away from the body and then pushing, it's keeping it under the body and shifting your upper body and hips over it. So you're super on top of the ski and you're in a wedge still, but you can make a really controlled, really powerful schmear if you're shifting your body weight on top of the ski. And that helps me because I'll try to talk you through what I was talking about on the pitch here. See if I can show it.
Yeah.
But later, at the second. My problem is, and most people's problem in terms of making powerful turns, is letting their feet go out at the top of the turn, and there's nowhere to push from. Whereas if you're getting your body weight on top of your feet, or whether you want to think about it as pulling your feet under you, it's the same thing. You're starting the turn from beneath you, so you can push away as you gain more angulation and more forces in the turn.
Nice.
Okay, so you can start a turn like this, And that's your feet like away from you. Or you can start with your foot under you. And you just generate more speed because your foot is under you and then you're extending away from it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. I think on a lower level, it's almost the difference between an up and over turn and a cross under turn.
What's a cross under turn?
Where you think about your feet crossing under a stable upper body,
Yeah.
versus your upper body moving up and over skis that are tracking.
Yeah.
But you're obviously you're doing it at a higher intensity, higher tempo, stronger. But for a lower level kid to start, it'd be switching between up and over and cross under, and then tightening it into where you're at.
Yeah.
It was sick. A big difference. Like, it was a good demo. You totally see the two difference.
Sweet.
How much do you think about, as you come into the turn, getting that ski towards the fall line? Like that, and again, this is where the wedge Christie or even, you know, a feathered turn or that little Mikaela Schmier is you're doing some of that early rotation in the ski so that you can hit it underneath you when it goes the right direction. Because if it's still pointing that way, underneath you here, you're going to have a heck of a time.
Yeah. But if it's pointing, you can still have it underneath you pointing out there, and then you use your hips and your knee ankle to push it around. You can make a more powerful turn, and you can shift the skis when they're really underneath you as opposed to away from you.
Yeah.
And I think that's like, it's a concept that you don't think about much until you think about it. And then you're skiing and you go, oh wait, I can start a turn with my foot like way underneath me as opposed to out here. And that's just a new concept.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Allows you to be more accurate, quicker.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like, I mean, anything a dark green to blue beyond run, it is the primary focus.
Yeah.
Is establishing that ankle, the ball of the foot. And to do that, it's like you have to command the ski.
Yeah.
And you have to think about how, I mean, it's a long thing sticking out there. So you got to be very active, pulling that thing under you, getting your established ankle on, feel that ball of foot. And then it's that switch onto the inside edge, and that is going to be a little bit of rotary.
Yeah.
Now, when you get the pattern right, you can choose to just go clean.
That's the thing that is, that a lot of people get mad when you start talking about any kind of rotary. Like, no, we're trying to arc. But once you have that and you use the rotary, you get the feeling, and then it's like, oh no, now I can just fully arc because my movement pattern's so stable, so consistent.
Yeah.
But it's like a cheater move early that still keeps you wide open to a full powered arc.
Like what Dane and I talk about a lot is he does this drill where instead of trying to arc, you try to slide. And as a ski racer who are just built for trying to arc the top of the turn, it forces you to get your feet underneath you, because if you want to slide in a controlled way, you need your feet underneath you. So that's like like if these guys in the World Cup who do the redirect and they do the stivvy at the top of the turn, they are in such a powerful position that they can do it with a lot of control.
Yeah.
And then when they do carve the ski later in the turn, it's powerful.
That's the thing, you know, this binary, stivs are bad, doesn't make sense to me, because you can have a good stiv or a bad stiv. A good feather, good butter, good schmear, or a bad one.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. I love it. All right, dude. Thank you for letting me tag along. It looks like the return to snow is going fantastic. Definitely rooting for you this season. Hoping to see you on the World Cup again.
Yes, sir.
One more time, you want to pump podcast, your team, all that stuff?
Yeah, shout out Brass Avalanche. They support me this season. They're awesome. I'm looking for a sponsor right here. So if anyone's interested, let me know. I'm on Instagram at Jimmy_who_, and check out the podcast. It's my favorite ski racing podcast. I got a lot of good guests on there, and that's Arc City. So
nice.
Yeah.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.